What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action. Spawning on the right, no, the bottom of the map, in the blue color, playing as Odin. His name is Yoshii. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Oranos. For the first time in this series, his name is Skady. It's currently 1-2. In this best of 5 series, Yoshii still on match point, going for a pretty crazy set strategy in the last game. Skady managing to defend, managing to get himself on the scoreboard here. Skady's not ready to give up here in this series. He's bringing out his Oranos for game number 4 here. Now, we have seen quite a bit of Odin versus Oranos in this tournament. It's been a really, really popular matchup here. But the big question is it going to be enough here for Skady? Or is he going to find himself in a difficult position? Odin, in my opinion, is probably the best pick against Oranos in the current pool, maybe with the exception of Hades. I'm not yet 100% sure about that Hades versus Oranos matchup. Hades might be unbeatable for Oranos. There might be a world where Oranos just can't beat a perfectly played Hades. That world might work, but there also might be a world where Oranos can't beat a perfectly played Odin. But third option is there might be a world where Oranos is actually just a 50-50 matchup and you just have to play it really, really well against both of those civilizations to find wins. So we'll have to wait and see. Relics have been undiscovered. Relics have been discovered here with the armor of Achilles. A reduction of infantry hack vulnerability of 5% is a huge relic here for Yoshii to grab and a huge relic here for Skady to grab. And we actually see Yoshii here dropping that temple down nice and close. He sees that one. He's like, I need that. Why? Ulfsark are going to come out here for Yoshii. Ulfsark are infantry units. They're kind of, if you compare them to every other infantry unit in the game, you've got the Ulfsark, you've got the Hoplite, you've got the Spearman, you've got the Murmillo. Ulfsark are kind of in this weird category, kind of low HP, high DPS. But the big bonus that comes through for the Ulfsark of Odin is Lone Wanderer. That technology, unique to Odin, gives those Ulfsark the ability to move themselves up above 5.0 speed, which allows them to dodge arrows, which then means that the Ulfsark become a counter to the Terma unit, which Oranos players want to be building. So we'll see what Skady is going to go for. Skady actually not going for a 4-minute advance time here. Looks like he's going for a 4:30. And he might be a little bit slow on that one. He might need to take the villager off of wood here. As that villager is coming through, life looking a little bit tough for him. As the Raven's going to spot this, and Yoshii, he's already clicked up. He's got the dwarf coming out, so he's already clicked up. I mean, he could have gone up faster, but he decided to get the dwarf out instead. And he is also most likely going to be starting those Hersa fairly quickly. There they go, and he will pick up that relic and be able to put pressure onto this position pretty soon as Prometheus coming through. So no real delay there, maybe 1 second, not the biggest of deals here for Skady. As where are the oracles? Generally speaking, one thing that seems to be very, very important for the Atlantean player in this matchup is bringing the oracles back and sitting them on this manor. Why? Because you can Valor the Oracle straight away to defend against a Valkyrie, which is very, very tough to deal with. So you do see that relic going in. Is there a relic over here? Not just yet. Looks like we haven't discovered that one. As the majority of Goat here seem to have gone the wayside of Skady. He seems to have grabbed the majority of those. As this villager here getting a little bit of harass from that Skraeling. It's been very annoying over there. But Skady, he's just going to be shanking away. Nice micro there from Yoshii, though. As the Caribou just about finished up. Oracles coming through. There's the Prometheus. As the Oracles are out, will he be heroizing those? Does he get himself out another one? No, not just yet. This Oracle here sitting idly by. Just decides against that one for the time being. As where's the Valkyrie going? The Valkyrie going straight into the main base. With the Promethean already in here, going to be able to bash away with that Valkyrie, no problems. There's the military barracks coming up. Hero Oracle coming in here to deal with that one, trading the Promethean for that damage onto the Valkyrie. Honestly, not that big of a deal because you kind of want to have Promethean Offspring out anyways. As the Raven moving over here, we'll spot the villagers still on that situation there as Yoshii now ready to start pumping out those Ulfsark. He's built those longhouses very aggressively as well as Skady decides to just go for the Murmillo Terma, which we haven't seen very often in this tournament. Hasn't really worked out for the Oranos players against the Ulfsark spam of an Odin. Generally, we've been seeing the Oranos players just going straight in for Murmillo here. As the Val gets dropped, I don't think Skady hit the villager there. As the army moves in onto this position, taking that fight, Promethean Offspring in here as well, diving straight on to those Ulfsarks. We do see a bit of a shockwave there. What are these citizens doing in this fight? They are helping out in a big way, in all honesty, but not grabbing the elk here is going to slow down quite a bit. As you can see in the main base, we are seeing that 10th villager coming out, but the still producing units as well, so it's actually completely fine here for Skady as Yoshii needs to retreat back. It looks like Skady has gotten out the units here to defend against that early game push, and Yoshii at this point needs to figure out what to do as we see the forest fire coming down a little bit late on that one, and that will open up this position here to attack here as well as the house is coming in. Generally speaking, I much prefer to just hold forest fire for when you get a surround. Don't use it if the units aren't surrounded, because even if you get a little bit of damage, they can just retreat away and you're not going to get that much. But if you're surrounded, they can't really retreat. As Skady searching around for villages, there are a couple in the main base here for Yoshii that are very, very much out of position. You can start attacking as we do see the... that's an interesting choice there with the Promethean bashing the elk down. As the army over here of Skady will spot some villages there. He's going to be able to start putting the pressure onto that one. Yoshii will be able to pull back into that tower fairly fast, or at the very least onto the straggler trees over there. No real problems with that. Movement, nice play, good reactions. 61 population here for Yoshii to 78 here for Skady. But Skady does have those Terma, and we do see all the upgrades are through now for Yoshii. He's got himself the medium infantry. He's got himself the Lone Wanderer, and he's also got that relic. There is the flagstone, the Buhan over here. It's not going to be the biggest of helps, as Yoshii is now finding himself in a weird position where Skady is splitting up the army nicely, trying to harass these villagers. So Yoshii can't really leave. But to be honest, my opinion here of this matchup is you don't really need to be aggressive here too much with the Ulfsark. Just distracting is enough. And so long as you continue grabbing all the hunt and you don't lose and you don't take any huge fights, you're actually completely fine. But Skady here, he's going to know this. He's going to start putting pressure on it. We do see houses coming through, the ox cart here, and the villagers here. Now I have to start making their way over to this hunt pack here, or the walrus in the center of the map, which does mean that it becomes a little bit more challenging for Yoshii to defend. But Yoshii is still climbing up on the population here. As the villagers in the main base, they're onto the berries. This ox cart over here helping out. Lots of gold in the bank here as well. As, I mean, what are they doing? I'm not sure exactly what happened there. The ox carts are freaking out. As the Ulfsark come through here, ready to start taking this fight. Prometheans are in here, though, for Skady. He's got to be really careful not to allow those to get attacked by those Hursa. And we do see that Skady at this point is deciding to retreat back, doing a little bit of speed walking to get out of here. I'm not sure if he exactly is or not, but you got to be dragging those units back. Does manage to do so, as we do see the units now moving around, trying to find the villages of Yoshii. But Yoshii here, he's now on the walrus. Skady searching around. Units coming through. Skady now on 108 of 115 population, ready to put pressure on here. Pickaxe coming through for Skady as well, as the Skady units looking to surround here. Skady needs to take a fight at this moment. Does he have more buildings? He does have another military barracks coming up as the villagers under harassment there from the Murmillo Ulfsark of Yoshii. Yoshii does that really nicely. Just one unit causing problems here. But he does turn around with those villagers as the fighting commences here. We see Skady retreating back, not ready to take this fight. The villagers win against that Ulfsark over there as the military academy producing. Yoshii here continuing to manage to get himself the Ulfsark out here, as there still hasn't been any attempt at making the Kara Ballister here for Skady. But now with the Promethean moving forward here, not that many Herser on this position. If he can take out the Herser, those Promethean are a big, big ticket unit in this fight. As the villagers getting taken down, the population falling here for Yoshii as well. Actually staying steady at 90 as it does look like Skady has to retreat away. I thought Skady might have been winning that fight, but it looks like he has to retreat here for the time being. As Yoshii now takes the population lead in this game, the villagers onto the Walrus here as well. As Skady pulls back, still making Prometheans out. Now getting himself some Kyro Ballista. As the villagers do pull off of that gold mine there. Very low HP, not wanting to lose those. 15 citizen here for Skady. 35 villagers for Yoshii. Advantage Skady in terms of income here. But can he win these fights moving forward? Answer? Potentially yes. He's got himself no more of those weak Terma. His army's quality is much, much better now. And he's going to be forcing Yoshii into these fights really nicely. A good micro here from Yoshii as the Mermillo going to be jumping straight on to those Kyro Ballista. The Shockwave coming through here as well, trying to allow those Mermillo to take out the Herser as best as they can, as the Kyro Ballista on the back does end up getting taken down. The population over here is really getting wasted by a handful of Mermillo. A handful of Ulsak, I can't get the name right. A handful of Ulsak there, as it looks like Yoshii yet again wins the fight. And I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty sure the relic pickup here from Yoshii is paying for, well, I mean, it's just so huge in this game for Yoshii. It's allowing him to win these fights much, much better than he otherwise should be. 5% extra vulnerability here is making those Ulfsark at 88 HP feel like they've got 100 HP. It's absolutely huge here in this game, as now Skady's starting to get himself some Kyro Ballista, but Yoshii's a full population. And what does a full population Odin mean? It means very, very soon the Odin player is going to be going to the Heroic Age. And what does the Heroic Age mean for Odin against Oranos? It means frost, and it means a dead Oranos army. And a huge problem that Oranos finds himself in against Odin is that if he gets his army frosted, he loses it, which means he then doesn't have any real ability to set up and defend against Ragnarok coming. So Skady's life kind of on the line here. He needs to push in right this minute and stop the food income of Yoshii right now, because there's only so much food remaining here for Yoshii at this moment. And do we see any upgrades here? No upgrades coming through for Skady. We see some hero Terma coming in to try and help as the units pushing forward. Those Kyro Ballista are in the back. Nice defense here from Skady with the Mermillo, as the Kyro Ballista getting kind of caught out here. Yoshii's food economy is starting to pick up. Does he have an armory up anywhere? I don't see the armory just yet. And the food situation here for Yoshii is getting dire. There is some hunt here for Yoshii to come and grab, which Skady hasn't grabbed just yet. There's also Walrus in the middle of the map to boot here, as Skady's still struggling to make this attack work. And I imagine Yoshii knows. I mean, there's a polar bear over here as well, but I imagine Yoshii knows he can just move forward here. He's not under any pressure. And Skady now leaving. What can Skady do? We see a town center coming up. Town center is a bit of a crazy idea at this point, but he will be getting that and going Heroic Age. As Yoshii now, as the building's up on this position, now we see Skady getting a little bit of value out of his army. They are coming through. Yoshii doesn't have himself that armory up just yet. Walls coming down onto that gold mine. As the building's getting cleaned up. Longhouse is going down. This does a lot of damage to Yoshii, in all honesty, because he needs to get wood here, and he's not. As we see the temple getting taken out. If you can take that temple out, he takes that armor of Achilles for himself. That could be a big, big help. The Ulfsark coming through here to put a stop to this. As it looks like Skady doesn't mind. He's just going to take the temple out, and then he takes away those that advantage of those Ulfsark. The armor of the Achilles is going to be waiting here as the Ulfsark coming down. Great ghost building there from Yoshii. Sorry, from Skady there to stop those Ulfsark from getting through, as the hero unit's going to be taking out the Shield Maiden Valkyrie. One Kyro Ballista does end up going down there as the Valkyrie falls. That's good value there for Skady after all is said and done. Yoshii's still not clicked up to the Heroic Age here. I'm super surprised about that. Is that Copper Mail through now for Skady as well? It is in. Thea through as well, as the Ulfsark's going down. The gold mine in the main base is now expired, as the second town center is the the building of choice here. Still no armory, no attempt to go into the heroic age here for Yoshii. I think this is a big, big mistake. Axe of Muspel coming through for Yoshii as he is not playing towards that huge power spike of Odin in the slightest here. At this stage of the game, we do see a tower coming up on the gold mine as well, as Yoshii is putting a lot into this defense, but this is giving Skady the advantage here. Skady's actually going to be able to go to the... he surely is going to be able to go to the Mythic Age relatively soon here as well behind all of this, which then means he's going to be able to get Fanatics, which gives him an answer to the Ragnarok, which is so difficult to deal with. As we see a third town center coming up over here for Yoshii. Yoshii is just like, nah, I'm just going to get town centers and call it a day. Is Watchtowers even coming in? I don't see it coming in. Armory coming up. Yoshii doesn't have the food now. Well, he does have a handful of herdables left in his main base, so he should be fine. As Watchtowers is coming through, we do see the units moving in onto this position. The Watchtower here, 20 range. Stinfalion Burn, 15 range. There is enough here for it to sit away from that tower and get damage done. As the town center gets denied. Skady now coming through. Where's the temple? You got to get that temple up for that free Frost Giant. It's a big, big deal. As we do see a raid coming through here. The market is up. The village is good. Retreat here on this one as the Ulfsar are going to take out that market here effectively for free as the Ulfsar searched around. And the gold is now expired. Skady's going to know life is going to get tough for him here. One of the big, big difficulties of Oranos on this map against Odin, beyond just dealing with the frost and everything else, is dealing with the Ragnarok. If Ragnarok comes, effectively put 5 palaces down on your gold mine, because it's very, very tough to hold on to that gold mine. You just get every sort of amount of defense you can. Hecate coming through with a big, big advantage here in the timing for Skady. So he's going to get value out of that Tartarian gate no matter what here, which will give him the time to potentially set up and defend this gold mine. The Raven is here. And Skady, he needs to start setting up palaces immediately. There is no better way to defend against what's coming for him than those palaces. We see a marker coming up immediately here for Yoshii. Yoshii knows exactly what he needs to do. He's not taking... Well, I mean, I feel like he's taking a bit of a chance by getting the town center up and not rushing that heroic age, but he's... getting his market up. He's going to be going to that Mythic Age. He will have to deal with around about 45 seconds of Tartarian Gate before the Ragnarok can come in to defend it. As we do see units coming through over here. A handful of units are already on this position. And the Frost onto how many villages? 9 citizen there. Getting frosted for 45 seconds is a huge, huge deal here for Skady to deal with. He's not going to be able to get those palaces up we were talking about. The Balder is on the way. Hecate is here. It's about to be here. It's here in 12 seconds roughly, well, 12 seconds now. So that's going to be he's still going to get damage done with the Tartarian Gate, but a 50 villager Ragnarok, that's huge. It's absolutely huge. The Ulfsar here taking down the Arcus and everything else on this position as well. We do see more Arcus coming through here for Skady to attempt to defend. Now, where is he going to click this Tartarian Gate is the big question. In the main base to try and take out that hometown center as an idea. Over here is obviously the stopping the gold income is going to be a big, big help. As I mean, he just saw the temple coming up, so stopping that from coming out isn't going to be that big of a deal. As we do see the Lampede coming in, going to be helping with the defense here. Was that a... What was that? Oh, we must have been Shockwave. As we do see the powers now coming down as Skady is setting up for this defense. Fanatics, Palace, Arcus. Stop building Murmillo, Palace, Arcus. That's all you can get. Skady's actually getting himself another town center, which, while I don't mind, I think those resources will be better spent in more palace here. A palace over here as well, so we can defend. Another palace coming up on this position is a great idea. Just every single one of those, plus also getting things like masons and everything else would not go astray. As you do see, the Balder comes through. Yoshii's at 87 population only here. 92 population now. Third town center up for Skady. At this point, one thing that Skady needs to do is force the Ragnarok. Otherwise, there's no real reason here for Yoshii to click that Ragnarok. You see a little bit of lag there from Skady, unfortunately. Hopefully that's going to go away fairly soon. They can pause if they want to, if the lag gets a little bit much. We'll see what's going to happen here as the Throw an Axeman coming out here. Marker coming up as well. Tartarian spawn starting to target down walls and everything else. There's no gold income for the time being here for Yoshii, but he can sell wood and he can be fine where that's concerned. As the Fnatic are now started, Another palace going to be coming down. Has he gotten himself masons? Still no masons here, but there's no rush to get masons out as long as you get it before, well, basically when the rag clicks, you can click masons and it'll come through. It's pretty fast as there's the Ragnarok. 232 population here. Skady going to be retreating back home. We'll see how he's going to go with this defense. 3 palaces. Is that going to be enough? He's got himself 140 of 145 population, about to have fortified town centers. He needs masons as well. He can keep throwing palaces up. He's got 3,000 gold left on that position here as the heroes of Ragnarok starting to make their way into that position. As we do see a handful of Rag heroes moving up here to push the villagers off of that gold mine there as well as the fanatics coming through here. The hard part is going to be dealing with that fire giant. Is there a Lampede? Yes, there is. The control here from Skady dealing with that fire giant, with the Lampede, and same for Yoshii. This is going to be huge because that fire giant is a very, very large part of how this fight ends up going. There's also 2 here, as we do see the heroes of Ragnarok that Yoshii's way ahead of this. He knows exactly what he needs to do as the Lampede sneaking around. He can actually hit it from here as the heroes of Ragnarok do spot this one as the Lampede does end up going down. And that's gigantic. Well played there by Yoshii. 1 palace going down. The units in the back here. He's got a handful of heroes here as well. Population still sitting at 160 or 160. Meanwhile, over on this position, heroes of Ragnarok getting taken down by the town center. The palace here still up as we see some hero units coming through. And Skady retreating back for the time being here. He can sack this location as the gold mine's basically gone, sack this town center as well, and start the production of palaces up on this position as well. He doesn't have the resources for it right now, but if he stops the production or a little bit, he might be able to. As now we see another Lampede is out, another attempt at dealing with those fire giants will be in. But look at Yoshii's population. It's already down to 149 population here. Skady at 150. So he's got a population lead against the Ragnarok as the army pushing through. The Lampedes coming in here to try and deal with those fire giants here. As the Lampede comes in, the fire giant's pulling back. The Lampedes are fast. They've been snared here. And he does manage to hit the first one. The second Lampede here getting pulled back here. Not able to get that one off. But that's huge. 1 fire giant down. The villagers over here need to make a break for it now. He doesn't need to be on that position anymore. The problem here for Skady, he's got no gold left in... Well, no gold mines left in the tank here. But there's only 90 population here. We see another Lampede is out yet again as the citizen retreating back a little bit slow there. He's going to be losing a lot of citizens on that position. As the army retreating back. Thank you for the 1628, Andrea Pirlo. Appreciate that, my friend. Thank you for your support. As the citizen pulling away here. Yoshii getting some villager kills. The Ark is coming in to get some damage done. There's no palaces remaining here to get the very, very strong fanatics out. Skady at this point, he's got the gold to drop a palace. He wants to be sneaky like that. We do see this Promethean offspring is taking down houses as well over here as the unit's going to be pulling back. And Skady swinging his army down over onto this position with the town center helping out against those heroes of Ragnarok. We will be able to see the villagers able to swing over here onto that gold mine as well here. There's the hero Mamilo coming up here. The heroes of Ragnarok are trading away as best as they... Well, the heroes of Ragnarok getting damaged as best as they can. As, the town center will deal with the rest of that. And the problem here for Yoshii is, Skady trying to sneak in with those Lampedes here. The fire giant, he actually moves in the front of the army. You really want to be using it in the in box formation as best as you can, so it can be at least defended a little bit. But you do see that fire giant goes down, and that gives Skady the green light to move forward, clean those Toxotes, those throwing axemen up. There's no Toxotes, they're so Greek here. Clean those throwing axemen up, and then that puts a huge dent into the army of Yoshii. Is now dropped down to 62 population. Skady's usage of the Lampedes has been huge in this game, and Yoshii here does end up tapping out. We've got a game number 5, ladies and gentlemen, in the 3rd, 4th place match. What a game here from Skady. I thought for the entirety of this game that Skady was behind. Yoshii was playing it so well, but Yoshii made this mistake of not going to the the heroic age faster, dropping the frost on the villages. Well, I thought, 9 citizen being frozen there, not gathering is a big deal. But what's a bigger deal than that? Picking off all of the army of the Oranos player, using that frost on the enemy army, and then just cleaning that up is so big for the the Odin plays. That's how they normally find the advantage here in this matchup. And Yoshii doesn't go for it. He goes for something else, and it doesn't quite work out for him. Skady gets the dub. Game number 5 is coming, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.